Uh, Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Lyon. I'm here with Gino Nadarov, bringing you the fire. It's been a little while. I don't think we've done one this year, actually. So, a happy live stream of 2024. I'm here with Gino. So, we're going to talk about how to create financial excellence in 2024, how to actually financially get ahead, how to think bigger, how to make more money, how to 10x. I'll just kind of go off of what I was saying or what I was thinking is like what I really like is like I want to set really big targets, right? I want to set big targets this year. I want to hit the targets, right? I want to focus on breaking it down. So let's just do that. We got the whole year ahead of us. Break it down. First, you break it into quarters. What are your quarterly goals? Then you break it into your months. What are your monthly goals and your weekly goals and your daily goals? And then you have to like get it so nuanced that it's basically this is what you do every single day. And if you do this every single day, you can't help but make more money. You can't help but to get ahead financially, right? Can't help but be successful and get to that next level. In a perfect world, that would be beautiful. That'd be amazing. But we make money from all kinds of different things that we do. Gino's always buying up real estate. He's buying like 30 new cars, and then he has to get the cars on the market, and then the cars are making money. He's got some other growing businesses and some other stuff like that. So, but yeah, what do you think of for financial excellence and just thinking about getting more money and getting ahead financially in 2024, Gino?
Just I believe that everybody can make this year a great year. I think this is going to be the year to financially have the breakthroughs that everybody can do. I think that main thing for taking yourself to the next level is getting yourself positioned in the right time and place. So you have to have your finances in order, right? You have to have financially, you have to be sound, so you can actually take yourself to the next level. And I think it starts, with your getting down to the things that you don't want to do, like figuring out what your expenses are, figuring out what you're spending, and then at the same time being able to make more money and think bigger, right? Don't think about saving, think about how to make more money and not worry about oh, I got to pay this, I got to pay my car. To start thinking about how to make more money, start to thinking about how to expand your mindset, and also multiple streams of income. I think this is the next level. What everybody should be thinking about this year is start taking your mindset away from one stream of income and start thinking about how to create multiple streams of income. And I'm not saying minimize your time with what you're doing already. Focus on one thing that makes you the most amount of money. But if you have opportunities that you can create passive income, or if you want to start a business while you're working, you can, this is something that I recommend. You should do this now. Leverage your job, use that time, the time that you're free, to start building something for yourself. And then make that business, be your exit plan to the 2024. Make that your exit plan, make that your go-to in the future, because you have to learn to depend on yourself. And this country has been based on people that depend on others to pay them every month, and they depend on
Yeah.
others to get a check every month. So I think this is the mindset, the mind shift that needs to happen. And it's really important, because being able to change your life and take yourself to the next level, that requires a mind shift, and also requires financial literacy, and it requires you to be think bigger than yourself, and really make a difference in yourself and also in others. So when you start thinking bigger, you start thinking how you can make money. Well, it goes back to being able to understand finances, understand credit, being able to advance your career in a way where it's not just doing what you went to school for. It's about making money from your skill sets, your own skill sets, your own desires and your dreams, and making your dreams come true. So I think this is what 2024 is about, is really focusing on your dreams and becoming excellent in whatever you're doing. If you want to start something, do it this year.
Yeah. My other thing is like I think people overcomplicate making money, right? I think first you need to just create a system that makes you some money, simplify it, right? Focus on what can you do, what actions can you do to make money, and then you just have to do more volume of that, right? You just have to basically increase the volume loop. So you create a system that you put effort in, you get a result, right? And then once you have that system set up, you can start to hire people to do certain parts of that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to create a simple way to make money, and then just rev up the volume, right? Get better and better and better at that one little system, get it dialed in to the point where you're making lots of money. So, I mean, for me, in 2024, I was thinking about it yesterday. I mean, I'm doing all kinds of crap. I have way too many things. I need to probably cut some things down, but it's basically number one, focus on your health, right? You need high energy. You need to have clear mindset. You need to be able to feel good so you can survive the working day and do the things that you need to do to make money. And then number two is going to be sales. Obviously, sales is a big focus for 2024 because all the money in your account came from you selling somebody on something, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's real estate, whether it's coaching, consulting services, whatever you do for your money, or even your job that pays you. You had to sell your boss that you're going to work, that he's going to give you money, right? So no matter what, sales, and then marketing, right? That's what we're doing right now. I'm putting my face out there, putting our message out there. We offer people, funding. We offer people mentorships, investment opportunities, so spreading the word, right? And those are the main things. So health, sales, marketing. That's how I'm going to crush it. And then once I get into the zone, I'm just going to rev up the volume, right? I make it simple. We made this amazing business. We have an amazing team. And now I just need to crank up the volume and do more and more and more. And it's almost always, way more work to get the result that you want than you think it's going to be, right? So you should have really big targets, and then you should have insane amounts of massive action towards that target. And then you also got to bring people along with you, right? You got to learn how to multiply yourself, right? $1 billion company is just 200 sales reps making $500,000 a year, right? Those numbers to me are crazy because I could do that. So we just need train one sales guy to make $500,000 a year and then duplicate that person 200 times. And you now have $1 billion business, right? This is how you can really start to crank up the money, right? And crank up the volume. And always you got to be in the right spot to make money, right? If you're in a position where everyone around you is totally fucking broke, you couldn't, rub two dimes together. You need to get out of that town. You need to find new friends. You need to go to the places where the people that have the money are, right? Go to the art galleries, go to the golf course, go to the high-end restaurants, the bars, the events that we went to. You want to be where the people that are making shit happen are, right? Another great way that I've done networking is you go to real estate auctions, right? If you're into real estate, if you go to libraries, there's lots of different places where you can find actual people that are actually doing more in the real world, and you want to get in with those people, and you want to start being of service to those people, right? And you want to start getting where you want to go. What other ideas you got, Gino, for making big money in 2024?
Yeah, I think you hit it. I think sales, sales is, the one place where you can, make, a lot of money pretty quickly. You just have to be able to, learn how to, make sales and make sales for the benefit of others. Besides making the sale, it's about what is that going to do for your client. And I think that's really what it comes down to. If you actually have a system in place where you can help people, and by your services, you make a sale and make some money on it. Well, that's what it's all about. It's about making that making that commission off that that service or product that you offer. And at the end of the day, it's like it's a no-brainer to me when somebody tells me, you're selling yourself every single day. You're selling yourself to your friends, your family, your wife, your kids. You're telling them every day that you love them, and at the same time they have to believe you. And if if they don't believe you, then they're not gonna be sold on your idea of you being there for them, you being there to support them, and everything else. So it comes back to same with business. It's like when you're dealing with people. These are just people. These are humans that are out there. That there's 8 billion or more humans in the world. There's like 300 million plus in the United States, human beings that have lives, that have feelings, that have things they have to worry about, and they have finances. Every one of them has a financial plan that needs to, either improve or that needs to get better, or if they're doing already well, they're just gonna continue to grow and have more opportunities. But really, it goes down to where are you in your life right now? And if you're not happy where you are, you need to take massive action towards those goals and set targets. And I think that's what we learned over the weekend we went to Grant Cardone's event, and we saw Brandon Dawson, and we were able to enjoy the company of other networking people that are like-minded, that are doing big things and are taking things to the next level. And I think that's what it comes down to, is being able to take yourself, multiply yourself, and do it where other people are benefiting, and at the same time your client as well is going to benefit. He's going to be willing to help pay you, because that money that he's giving you is really nothing compared to what he's going to get, the value they're going to get. Because at the end of the day, if you're in a program that you're trying to change your life, and you want to learn how to make money, well, there's a lot of programs out there you can join today, and there's a lot of gurus or whatever you want to call them, but you really just need a mentor to kind of guide you, who's already doing what you're doing. Find the mentor, find the people that are doing what you're doing, and learn from them and implement what they're doing, and make it your own, right? Make it your own. Make your own your own ideas, your own products and services that you can sell, and things that you actually can offer, that you have skill sets yourself that you've been doing. And I think that's what you do, is you monetize your skill sets, and you multiply and amplify. Amplification, that's what it comes down. Make sure your idea is out there, and keep selling your idea. Because at the end of the day, if you tell me dogs are great, and you can't convince me that dogs are great, I'm not going to go and buy a dog, or I'm not going to go and care for dogs. Like, you need to make it where it's very, very clear to me that I should care about animals, specifically dogs, and that these animals deserve our attention and love. Well, explain to me, show me why I should do that. Like, convince me. You have to convince your audience why they should listen to you, why they should do what you want, and why they should believe you, right? It's really comes down to that. And that's a funny example, because I love dogs, but as like, if I tell other people, like, hey, I love dogs, you should get a dog because I think it'll change your life. You actually be happy, but it might make you happy, bring some happiness to your life. But some people will be like, well, no, dogs are this and they're dirty and I don't want to take care of them. Fine, but then it's like, well, then it goes back to the question. I was like, why aren't you happy? Right. So what are we going to do about that? So essentially, you have to sell your idea in the marketplace to the point where people actually believe you, and you can't bullshit. At the end of the day, like, there's bullshitters out there. There's a lot of gurus out there that try to, lie to people, scam people. There's scammers everywhere. I'm aware of that. There's a lot of them out there, and we know who they are. A lot of them that we've run into in our lives. But when it comes down to it, you have to realize you need to be the better person, the better man, and step up to the plate and really sell your ideas. Sell it to me, sell it to Robert, sell it to your friend, your family, your sister, your brother. If you can sell your ideas to anyone in your family, you can succeed. And that's, I think, where it comes down to, is really making that your goal. And sales is the quickest way to money. And at the same time, creating a system, like you said, Robert, won't be able to multiply it and amplify that message.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the best thing, it would be like have a world-class product, right? Has like that. The product is amazing. Like, you don't even need sales and marketing, but then you also have sales on top of that. When those two things come together, you have a great business, right? But also, it's like, not like I think it was the first weekend of January, everybody was asking me, hey, how do I make money fast? Right? Everybody wants to know, how can I make a shitload of money fast? And it's like, well, do you have a business already? Because if you have a business, just fucking go sell more shit. If you don't have a business, you should set up a business, right? In 2024, you should set up your own side hustle, set up your own business that makes money, right? And focus on income producing activities. That's one of my favorite things to tell people. It's like, you should be, with the fact that everybody has a smartphone nowadays, there's no excuses to not be making at least $10,000 a month. Even if you're just selling copywriting, where you just go use AI that actually writes up the copy, or you just need to figure out a service that you can sell online, and then spend the whole rest of your day text blasting or thumb messaging everybody that follows you on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and telling them, hey, I'll do this service for you. This is how much I charge. I'll do the first one for free to show you that I'm legit. Does that sound good? And you can make a shitload of money doing that. So if you're trying to make money fast, start a business, right? There's no more excuses. And if you want to pick a business that you're passionate about, if you want to get into real estate, start a real estate business. If you want to get into finances, start a finance business, right? If you want to become a content creator, start a content creator business, right? There's all these different ways that you can do it, but focusing on income producing activities, right? And then as soon as you make that first little bit of income, turn it into a system, right? And then now you have a money making system, and then you just need to basically pump up the volume, right? Make it simple, make the income come in, and then turn up the volume like you've never done before and max out, right? See how far can you push it? How many cold calls can I make? How many DMs can I make? How much can I make an offer for and close a deal for, right? How high can I do? Can I sell this for $20,000? Can I sell it for $50,000? Like what can you do? And you'll start to gain some momentum. And I think momentum is the key thing. You can either stay stuck and stay where you are, or you can build up momentum. And the point where your momentum takes off, like you're going to get results. Like if you've ever done anything in life, like you might have to wait a while, but eventually it'll pop off, right? That's the natural law of success. And the problem with our minds and the problem with everything we do is we don't look back at how far we've come, right? Most entrepreneurs are stuck either wanting more or whatever. But if you look back and see how far you freaking come, it starts to change the perspective in your life. And you start to say, holy shit, I've really come a long ways. I just need to keep going a little bit more, right? And the other thing is like when we had all the inspiration and we had all the excitement, it tends to like go down and then the results actually start to come up, and we forget about how excited we were in the beginning, and we forget how much work we did in the beginning, and then finally the results will come, but they'll only come to the people that don't quit, right? So in 2024, simplify, crank up the volume, don't quit, focus on income producing activities, and you're going to get where you need to go. And if you don't have a good offer, if you don't have a good job, change it. Go somewhere else. Get out of the situation that you're in and get yourself in a better situation.
And I think that's what I wanted to mention as well. Is like if you're not ready to start a business, you don't have the time, or you're still working a job, or you want to change your job and make more money, then you should go where the money is, right? Go join a community, join a team of people, of like-minded people, where you can learn and make money. Right. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and make sure it's a commission-based job, because you'll get paid for your efforts. And if you actually work hard, you get money from the commissions you do, and whatever commission it is, you get paid for your effort. Make sure you get rewarded for your efforts. You don't want to get paid a salary. Okay. No salaries, right? This is where the concept is kind of broken. Whenever you get a salary or hourly rate, you're exchanging time for money, and that's where you get stagnant, and you're in a rat race. Now you're stuck in this rat race, and you're kind of like you're getting paid, you're waiting for your boss to give you a raise, you're waiting for next year, waiting for this, you're waiting for that. It's like it's constantly waiting. It's like your time is going every day, every moment, every second. Your time is going. You're not getting paid any more money. Okay, your rate is set, right, and your salary is set. And that's where I think the epiphany I had was, it's like, well, I can make so much more money with the time that I have. And I can make so much more money if I was actually doing things that I love, that I want to do, and focus on those things versus, getting a career like I have, and going and getting a salary, and then trying to get a raise, and at the same time having to perform at high levels, and at the levels that I had to perform to be a lead systems engineer. I had to perform multiple jobs. I had like 3 jobs at the same time, managing people, finances, and managing my own projects. It's just I did so much work, and at the same time, like, man, this is a lot of work, and I'm not getting paid more for it. So it's like, wow, like this is great. This is great for the corporations. This is great for those that the owners and the people that own the company, because they're getting a lot of value from me, because I'm doing so much more work for a set pay. So it comes back down to, what are you worth? Like, what are you worth? Are you worth 100,000? Are you worth 200,000? Are you worth 300,000? Are you worth $1 million? What are you worth, and how much time are you willing to put in to make that happen? That's what it comes down to, and have the vehicle which allows you to be rewarded for the work that you do, versus you having to beg someone else, or try to come up in a company or get a higher position and have to interview. I mean, interviews are bullshit. And to me, that's the most stupid thing. At the end of the day, is like, if you talk about interviews, like, well, what have you done? What are you gonna do? That's what I care about. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, and then coming to the work, and then actually after the interview, if you don't start performing, then why should anyone want to keep you? It doesn't make sense, right? So it's like at the end of the day, it's like actions speak louder than words. That's why I think interviews are bullshit, because you can say all you want in interviews. I was the best interview in the world. I could have said anything and they would have believed me. But at the end of the day, it's like, they listen to you, they believe you. You have to sell yourself in an interview, and then you get the job, and then you're like, shit, I got all this work to do now. So it's like, at the end of the day, that you have to get to the point where, what are you worth, and what are you willing to do, and and sell yourself in a sense where you're actually making money by doing the work that you're doing, versus you having to go ask your boss for a raise and everything else. So this is the epiphany I had, and I think that's something that everybody should take. And I think 90% of the population either has an hourly job or a salary, and if I'm not wrong, I think there's very few people out there that actually have businesses that are making a shit ton of money, or even like have are commission based, unless you're doing sales. So join a company or a team that can pay you for commission, right? And and the work that you do. And I think that's what I'm starting to learn myself. And like, I think everybody should do this in 2024. If you are making money and you think that salary is guaranteed, that salary is not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. The company can go out of business. Everything can go to shit in 2024. But you, on your own, you have to be self-sufficient. You have to be self-dependent, and you have to be able to make money by working harder. Just like you said, Robert, you have to work harder and stronger and more than anybody else. You have to be the one that beats everybody else. You have to be the one that wakes up at 8 in the morning, or like 6 in the morning, and starts working. 4 in the morning, starts working, whatever it takes, right? You start earlier. Start earlier than anybody else. Start doing things that other people are not willing to do, right? And that's really what's going to start taking you. You're going to change as a person. You're going to make a difference, and you're going to start to see results.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think, and it's not always about like how hard you row either, right? It's about, you have to be in the right boat first of all. So you really have to find people that you want to be like, right? Find people that are living the life that you want to live, right? Figure out what boat they're in, and then either get in their boat or make your own boat, but follow that one, right? Follow that boat instead of, working a job that you see at the end of the day, you're going to end up broke. Like if you're gonna, like, as much as I loved being an artist, because if you ever have a chance to be an artist and make money, it's probably the best life ever. But then when you start to see the older artists, they're all broke. They don't have shit. They never fucking got ahead because they didn't make enough money. And then when they were making good money, they never put it into real estate, or they never did something, right? So it kind of like, you got to find the right boat, right? If you look at funding people, like the people in our funding industry, like they're all living a pretty dope life, right? So it's a good chance that we're in the right boat, right? And we're taking other people along with us. I would say almost everybody who's in like the top 1% at some point has figured out a way to basically find the right boat to be in, but then also got funding, right? They've gotten a way to fix their credit, get their funding, and invest, right? That's like the main way that most people want to get ahead in life and are working on it. And I really think you need to figure out what's the right boat for you, right? Real estate, great boat. Lots of millionaires are in real estate. Finance industry, lots of millionaires are in finance. Content creation, pretty good one. Might be something if you get good at it, right? But you got to pick the right thing to work at, right? You don't want to be too obscure, but you also don't want to go crazy, right? You don't want to be in love with what you do, but you want to like it enough to keep going. There has to be aspects of everything that you do that you're willing to do, or that you can do and become obsessed with, right? That's another one that we should talk about. It's like, I'm even thinking about, so like this year, if I want to get obsessed with sales, like let's just say I'm not that obsessed with sales, but what if I can create an environment where it's like I am obsessed with sales? I just start reading all the sales books. I start listening to all the sales stuff on YouTube. I start digging deep into all of our sales calls that we already have done and like breaking them down. And I can start to pretend like I'm obsessed. And if I just take action every day, I'm going to become obsessed, because if you're obsessed with something, you're going to see results. And the thing that is good is if you get obsessed with sales, there's going to be money, right? Money's going to show up in your account. That's the benefit of getting obsessed with sales and getting good at sales, right? But I was writing a little list, and I really think this is kind of cool. So it's like, make sure you're in the right boat, because it doesn't really matter how hard you row. If you're in the wrong boat, you're fucked. You're going to drown. You're getting eaten by sharks, right? got to be a little more frugal this year. I think in 2024, we got to maintain, like, I want to make a shitload of money, but at the same time, I don't want to just spend all of it, right? We need to like dial it back a little bit and just invest on the things that are going to get us to that next level and cut all the dead weight, right? Otherwise, we're paying all these people that are on salaries, like Gino was talking about, that aren't fucking actually producing anything for the companies, right? So be a little more frugal this year and then make more money. The way you make more money is you set bigger targets and you take massive fucking action. You focus on income producing activities, and then you turn those into activities into a system, like an SOP. You turn them into people that do the stuff that you don't like so that you can focus on the stuff that you do like that actually gets the results, right? And then you basically just pump up the volume, right? Make it simple, turn up the volume at the end of it. And I think that's pretty much how you're going to make financial excellence in 2024. And again, if you don't have an opportunity where you can make $1 million or $1 billion, you need to, check yourself, figure out what you're going to do, or at least make enough money to pay all the bills and get ahead in life to where you're happy, right? If you got a cushy salary job and you don't have to do shit and that's what you want, good on you. But if you really want to be successful, if you really want to be able to send your kids to college, if you want to not, die broke, right? These are the things you got to worry about, because the life is short. Actually, it turns out like there's a lot of shit that we want to do. The only way you're going to do that is if you take action, right? You wake up early, you stay late, but you got to make sure you're going in the right boat. That's the thing I was trying to get at. And like turn everything into a system and make sure that system is improved and dialed in, and then just crank it up as soon as you can. But yeah, what else do you guys think of, Gino, or how else do you think? I mean, I think that's a pretty good thesis on how to fucking have financial excellence in 2024.
I think it's great. I think it has everything to do with being able to change people's lives and also change yourself. It's like, you have to start with yourself. You can't expect others to follow you if you are not doing things that other people want to be doing. So you gotta be the example, and make yourself the example, and then you'll be able to start impacting others, and people will start to want to work with you, whether it's art, whether it's finance, whether it's real estate, whether it's rentals, car rentals. I mean, you're talking about like every business out there, they have to like you and want to work with you, and they have to want to come and buy your services. So the best thing you can do, you can actually be the person that they think about when they think about that specific industry, right? So you want to be that person that they think about whenever they think about, for us it's funding, for other people it might be getting access to like real estate deals, as real estate, whatever it is you think about, you want to be the dominant one in that area, so that way you're the coach that people want to call. You're the person that they want to consult with, if it's consulting, if it's business consulting, things like that. Is you have to be the one that people think about, and that's kind of like where you have to provide value, like we're doing here, and giving you guys our experience, which will help you collapse time and save you the hearts and aches and that we've had, and that way you don't have to go through the same struggles, and be able to do the things that are right, so you don't have to make those mistakes that we have in the past. The whole point is people that have done it, like Warren Buffett and all these other guys, Grant Cardone, these people have done it. They're already doing it, and you follow where the money is. You follow the elite, those that are doing it. You follow what they do, their actions, and then based on those actions, you're able to see the results, and then you can start replicating, copy what they do, and you'll start seeing results. So that's really what it comes down to, Robert, is being able to be the one that others are going to pay attention to and see, and be the person within your family. Start with your family, be the person that people respect, that people want to listen to. If nobody in your family wants to listen to, you definitely have to fix that, right?
You sell them first.
Yeah, first sell your family and friends, and then once you have your friends and family behind you, then you can go off and find people that are outside your family, or within your community, your church. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, whatever you do, whatever community you're part of, have them be your support system, and have them be your your first time clients or whatever. Give them services and values for free. Provide value for free, and then show them results, and then from there you're able to
then get a case study, right, or get a
yeah,
testimony from them, and then use that.
And they're gonna go refer you 2 or 3 other clients. So at the end of the day, it starts with yourself, and then it goes to your family and friends, and then it goes out to the world. So start with yourself. That's the goal this year, is change yourself, and you'll change the world.
Yeah, and I mean, just on that note too, it's like, I mean, if you watch me and Gino, I start fucking new shit all the time. And I think a lot of people though, like in America, they like want someone to like grab them by the hand and say, okay, it's okay for you to come this way. You can start this new business. It's okay if you do that, right? Or they have to raise their hand and like ask a question for approval. It's like, no, you got to fucking just start, right? Even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, like just start going in the right direction and you're going to get somewhere, right? But if you don't ever start, if you just sit on your ass, if you just stay completely, intoxicated, distracted, and engaged, right? You're going to basically fail, right? So you have to pick yourself up and just start going in the direction and don't stop. And then if you do get hit by a roadblock or something gets in your way, there's books out there, there's YouTube videos, there's mentors that'll help you get over that hurdle and get to that next step. But if you don't just start going in the direction that you want, you say, look, I want to be rich. How do I get rich? Financial people are rich. I'm gonna go learn some stuff about finances. How do I get rich? I want to get into real estate. I'm gonna go learn everything I can about real estate. I'm gonna just go in that direction. And eventually somebody will pick me up and I'll get a job, right? Or maybe I want to go into software. I'll start making software. I'll start fucking making, apps and widgets and shit. Like I want to go into e-commerce. I'll start selling shit on Facebook Marketplace. Like there's lots of ways for you to start. It's just yourself holding you back, or it's people waiting for the approval of other people to start something. You just got to start fucking doing it and start going and start throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's like, I've started over like 20 businesses, and it's just because I fucking felt like I wanted to do that. And then I went all in, and the ones that turned into money are still up on the internet somewhere. And the ones that turned into nothing, I probably sold or I got rid of. Right. And it's just like, you're going to go wherever the most momentum is started, wherever the most is making you the most money, right? Or the most enjoyment. So you just got to get started though. Otherwise, it would never happen. That's kind of the last thing.
Exactly. Yep.
Well,
that's
cool.
That's 2024 for you.
It's January. I feel like I can finally start to get back to work and focus again after the holidays and all the events and stuff. So we just gotta, stay positive, stay focused, crank up the volume, make sure your system is simple, and then just dial it in and become the best in the world of that thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I agree. Let's do it.
All right, cool. Well, hit us up with a subscribe. Go to creditleveragex.com if you have any questions. I would like to know if anybody wants to become a loan broker. I'm trying to gauge if anybody's interested in. Let me know if you want to learn more about that. Other than that, guys, let's go forth and crush it. Have a good Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.